Hi and welcome to another episode of Bread.
Today we're going to discuss the idea of Jesus being God because he accepted worship.
Okay.
I was going to point out the first idea of worship. We have to make sure that when we're talking about worship in the scripture, that's the same worship, because it would be pointless if we've got two different Greek words or whatnot of worship and they're not pertaining to the same idea. But in Matthew 4:9 we have Satan tempting Jesus when he says to him, "All these things I will give you if you fall down and worship me."
Mm-hmm.
So there's a word worship there. And then we have Jesus saying to him, "Away with you, Satan, for it is written, you shall worship the Lord your God, and him only you shall serve." And those two worships are the same word.
Well, there's different portions in the Bible where, say someone will go before an angel will appear, and someone will bow down before the angel, and the angel will say, don't worship me. You're only supposed to worship God. And so the angel refuses worship. Or even men will do the same thing.
Yeah, we have an example in Acts 10:25. It says, "As Peter was coming in, Cornelius met him and fell down at his feet and worshipped him. But Peter lifted him up, saying, 'Stand up, I myself am also a man.'" So there we have Peter refusing the worship.
Yeah. But then when you come to people coming before Jesus, they fell down and worshipped him.
Right.
But he doesn't reject the worship.
No,
he accepts the worship.
He accepts it. Yes.
Now, the Jehovah's Witness will say that in their Bible, they change the word worship there to obeisance.
Right.
So in any case where someone is bowing before Jesus, worshiping Jesus, it's always changed to the word obeisance, like respect or just kind of a slight bow or something. So the question is then, when people bow before Jesus there in the Bible, is the word the same as when, say, when he says you're supposed to worship the Lord thy God, or they worship Jesus, is the word the actual same word?
It is the same word, yeah.
It's kind of suspicious, if you will, that the Jehovah's Witness Bible will change it to obeisance. It's kind of a convenient thing.
It is. It's as if they've changed that word just to fit the religion.
Well, I was also thinking that, Jesus says to Satan that you're supposed to worship the Lord thy God only, him only you're supposed to worship. But then he accepts worship.
Right.
And so either he's saying that he is God, or he's blaspheming, he's lying, he's pretending to be God, because he is accepting worship there. And they're the same word, so it is worship.
Right. If there was any case where Jesus refused worship, then you would say that he was not claiming to be God.
Yeah.
So that's what they were, I believe, attempting to do there, was to change that. But we don't really see that in Scripture.
So here are a couple verses where Jesus accepts worship. It's in Matthew 28. Yeah. After Mary Magdalene and the other women visited the empty tomb of Jesus, and the risen Christ appeared to them, they came and held him by the feet and worshipped him. And then when Thomas first witnessed the resurrected Christ, he exclaimed, "My Lord and my God." And later, when Jesus appeared to the apostles in Galilee, it says they worshipped him. A few days after that, his disciples worshipped him in Bethany. And then, of course, in all those times, Jesus accepted the worship. He never told them to not worship him. Okay, so thanks for joining us on this episode of Bread. Join us next time when we talk about different verses throughout the Bible declaring the deity of Jesus Christ. Thank you.
It goes all the way back to the very beginning. It says, when they saw the young child with Mary and his mother and fell down and worshipped him, right at the beginning.
Yeah, in the manger.
And it says, "It became a ruler, behold, a ruler came and worshipped him." And then Jesus arose and says, "Do not worship me, for I am not." It doesn't say that, ever.
There's not one thing where Jesus says, "Don't worship me."
No. We could throw the whole thing out.
So the only way, if you wanted to make it so that Jesus isn't God, if that was your agenda, the only thing you
have
can
to change
do,
that word.
you've got to change that worship into something less than worship.
Yep.
Because he never rejects whatever it is.
You have to change that word somehow
Yeah.
to something else.